Welcome to the show. Here we go. I'm Dave Stelma. Tonight I am talking about my mentors. You're going to see a few of them right there. I have a ton of mentors, books I've read, things, classes I've taken and that. So we're going to talk about mentors tonight and how to keep everything on a steady, even course throughout your game. So we're going to see more right after the intro. So I'm talking about my mentors tonight. Maybe some of these are yours too. Some of them are I embraced like a lot. And some I take a little snippet of certain things that they do and say, and their teachings, and I kind of combine them all together with others in that. So I love them. And the cool thing that I have found as I'm watching DVDs, as I'm taking courses, as I'm reading their books, it's an awesome surprise on how other ones will mention each other. And it's not that they're trying to help sell some product. You will get that. You're going to get some people out there that will say, oh, you got to go check out this because and then full disclosure, I'm getting a little bit of a kickback for doing this. I don't like those. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about how some of these. Now, let me start down the line. John Maxwell. John Maxwell has the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and I do believe that was his first book. I could be wrong on that, but that was his first big, huge, multi-million-dollar, book that kind of propelled him, shot him up to fame and fortune. He's come out with many books since then. If you're not acquainted with John Maxwell, his whole thing is based around leadership, building up leaders, because leaders then will guide this planet. And he's on a mission to get 1 million leaders in all over and throughout this whole world. So he has sprung forth in third world countries, out in Asia. In every country. I don't know any country that he has not invaded with his leadership cause. And he has everything from the books, DVDs, CDs, things of that sort, all the way to courses to become a speaker. And he has a speaker course. He has a certification course. He has all different things, but they're all based around leadership, because his goal and his legacy that he wants to have is based around leadership, growing leaders throughout this world to make it a better place. He is Christian based. He was a minister, and that's how he started his journey. Out of college, he became a minister, and he has a great story with that. And so if you ever get a chance to, you can find these on YouTube. You can find all this stuff free. Just go on YouTube. You have so much out there now. Back in the day, if you were interested in any one of these people, you either had to buy a book, buy their DVDs, you had to buy a CD, you had to go on Nightingale Conant, all different sources, and you had to go and buy these things. Nowadays, you can just go and go on YouTube and start watching some of their videos. John Maxwell also has the Maxwell Minute, if you sign up on his website, and where each day he just takes a word and expands upon it, and they're always something positive, that was one of my first, I would say back when I was in my 30s, that was one of the first things when when there wasn't as much out there. I signed up for that, and I got that Maxwell Minute, and it came. You clicked on that, and it was this wonderful YouTube thing that was just coming out and just happening in there, and so John Maxwell is a great person, but the craziness is these three. I know I want to do that. Yeah, it gets her over here. These three are all interrelated in some form or fashion. John Maxwell and Dave Ramsey have associated together. They have have toured together. They have spoke together. Dave Ramsey is as you know, all about the financing, how to get your finances in shape, is his big ploy, I shouldn't say ploy, his big thing. But he's also entrepreneurship, leadership, I should say. So that intertwines the two of those. Dave Ramsey has an leadership book and course, and that he goes through, and he goes in. And so small business owners and corporate owners, all the way up, to big corporations, can come into his seminars, and you can get one certification if you wanted to teach that, and two, just to learn some ways and things to avoid, rules to have, some just to put into place for your business so that it flourishes. And so he has that also. He started out, Dave, as you know, started out as a not doing so well, on the verge of bankruptcy, had a lot of debt. He went into real estate in his 20s out of college, and then ran up a lot of debt. Economy tanked. And then he all of a sudden just had a lot of debt that was there. He had bill collectors calling him. He was newly married. Go on. He tells a story way better than I do because it's his story, right? So go on YouTube after this. Go on there, or different places you can find it. Or go on Dave's website. Sign up. He has many courses. He has books. He has tons of things of what not to do. And he also has books written for children, and how they can have a better relationship with money, saving the money and buying things. Don't get caught up into that. We have to, compete with the Joneses and things of that sort. But how he rose and got his finances back together was through real estate, through rental properties. That was how he, and now today makes a lot of money off of rental properties beyond his speaking engagements, his radio show. He went into, and funny thing about the radio show, what he did is he took his, also a little kind of association as far as John Maxwell too, he took his out to the churches. And so he wrote this book, The Money, I don't know if it was a Money Makeover at that point in time or not, but he had his book, and I believe it was Money Makeover, and then he took it out to the churches and sold it and said, hey, you know what, if you get your congregation in on board with this, then you'll get more, they'll be able to donate more, tithe more money to your church. And so he kind of sold it that way. Then he found a radio station that was going under, and he said, hey, I'll tell you what, if I take a time slot, would you be cool with that if I just kind of came in here, start talking? And it just took off from there. Just went crazy. People were calling in, yeah, I've been there, what did you do to get out of it? And he's, how to talk to bill collectors, how to arrange all that stuff. I taught then, for about 3 years, I taught the Financial Peace University course. Facilitated. We like the word facilitated better because you have Dave on the DVDs and teaching a lesson, and then we would then talk about it amongst the group and how they could incorporate that lesson into their life and into their finances. So cool thing. John and Dave. But then now John, we pivot over to Jack. And Jack Canfield is a huge one. If you've been on my website, davestelma.com, I'll do a little plug there for myself. And you see every week I refer to the success principles. They're right behind me. We got Jack on the cover there. And Jack Canfield, I am a certified trainer. Ooh, let's just merge those two together. Certifier. But Jack has done things with John Maxwell. I don't think he's done anything with Dave Ramsey, but so it kind of goes in a full circle there, sort of, or a V between those two, because Jack has done things with John Maxwell and about speaking, and they've done a few things together from the stories that they both tell. And they're both on a mission to create. Jack has the success principles, and he's developed the train the trainer certification, which is training people to go out and teach the success principles. So there's a lot of us, and his mission is to get 1 million trainers to go out and get this all fueled up and help people along the way. Part of the success principles, that's why I put these three together for this segment. Part of those success principles pulls or duplicates or replicates similar things that Dave Ramsey talks about in his book. So taking 100% responsibility for your decisions, your life, financial decisions, and he goes into a whole thing of that you pay yourself first, and saving the money and creating it and doing different things with it. So it's these three really go hand in hand, which brings me back. I'm gonna fire through these tonight because I got a lot of them. I'm gonna go to these two lovely women. Don't know if you're acquainted with them at all, but this is Colette Baron-Reid in the upper, it would be the upper left of your screen. I'm looking at this backwards, so who knows? Upper left of the screen. So Colette Baron-Reid, yes, she's a medium. Throw that right out there. Let's just be, she's a medium. But her story is one of triumph, of overcome. If you think Rocky was a good movie, listen to Colette's story. It's how she has seen oh my dear, she has seen it all and has done it all in some negative ways and now through some great positive ways. And as you can see down below there, The Map is one of her books. Ember is going through that, reading through that right now, and I'm seeing her enthusiasm, and I'm joining her on the journey. And if anyone knows me, I'm not a big reader. So small little books, large books, but when something grabs you, I wasn't the one that in school that would like voracious reader, voracious, right? I wasn't the one that just would eat up the books and consume them and just speed reader and all that. I'm not. But when something would grab me, just grab onto that, my brain and my feelings and basically my heart, it's like you just couldn't put the book down, right? And that's what each one of these have done. So Colette's got The Map. That's been out for quite a while. She now has she has a great tarot card. If that's something that is you embrace in your heart. She has some great new tarot cards that are out there on Amazon, and I believe Hay House has them also. So, but you catch her, and the cool thing is a lot of these people have free things out there, so you don't have to purchase things. Of course, that's how they make a living. That's how all of us make a living, is by selling something, right? Because that's how, you can replenish that. But She has on Hay House, I believe it's Wednesdays, might be Thursday during the day, Hay House Radio. So just download the app. That app's free. Just download the app, Hay House Radio, and you can listen to her. I believe it's Thursdays at 11 Central, but don't quote me on that. Look it up. Go on hayhouse.com and find Hay House Radio and look up when she's there. I believe it's Thursdays at 11. I should have been more prepared than that. But the cool thing is that introduced me to Debra Silverman. And Debra Silverman is an astrologer. And you're thinking, what's all this? Some of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, what's all this stuff, astrology and mediumship and all that? But you got to be open. I'm open to anything that's out there because I want to just listen. Their stories are every one of these have such a cool and some heart-wrenching, but some, a lot of these came from just meager backgrounds, and now look at where they're at. It's just phenomenal. It's just grand. And most of it, all of it, was when they started to give. So Debra Silverman, I'm going to have a link on the edited version of this and on the replay. I already posted on the Facebook page, Dave Stelma, on Facebook, Dave Stelma, /Dave Stelma. And she has a free class that's going to be tomorrow. So hopefully you're catching this live and you can go on there and sign up for that. And it's a free class, so why not? It's about astrology. So, and her is how to break loose of your youth, of the issues you had in your youth. But she has also on YouTube, every one of these great people have something on YouTube. So look them up on YouTube and watch some of their free videos and get a sense of them. If for some reason you don't like them, I'm not offended. These are just ones that spoke to me, and everyone has their different mentors. And I've had a ton of them throughout my lifetime. So Colette Baron-Reid, and I'm going to post links to all of their sites on the edited version of this on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you're watching either one of those right now, just click on the little link below. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook page. Give me a like on the Facebook page and you'll get the reminders then of when we go live. And by we, I mean me. So, but Colette Baron-Reid, awesome. Listen to her tarot card. She has tarot card readings. And, the best part is she has if you jump on her email list, just do that. If you're not into tarot cards or something of that sort, that's okay. Just read her blog because she writes from her heart, and it's just something that just is, I think you'll find it motivational. I think you really will. Inspirational, motivational. And Debra Silverman, same way. She has her horoscope forecast that she does, as well as other videos on her YouTube channel. But you can also sign up for her daily, or not daily, but a weekly blog, or every so often she goes, I don't know. I'm not even sure if she has a set time because I get it kind of sporadically. But that leads me into my two favorites. Dearest Oprah. Here's the association from the last two. So Colette Baron-Reid is on Hay House. There was Wayne Dyer. Was listening to Wayne today to a CD in the car while I was driving to and fro and all around. And Wayne, if you're not acquainted with Wayne Dyer, I'm going to tell you, you have to either buy a download of one of his talks. check out YouTube. He has a ton on there. He did so many PBS specials throughout the years. Many, 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 many. And I don't know a bad one that's out there. All the way down to talking about the Tao, and Dearest Oprah. So that brings us all the way around, because Colette, Hay House, Wayne Dyer, Hay House, and then Wayne Dyer knew Oprah when she was on a little talk show in Detroit. No, Baltimore. She had a little talk show on Baltimore a long, long time ago, in the 70s. And he was a frequent guest on there. Wayne, we certainly miss you. Wayne passed away in 2015. It's been a couple of years now, it's been 2 years now. And everyone dearly misses him and his wisdom and his just thoughtfulness and giving. The theme for all of these mentors, I as I was putting this together and thinking about it, I was like, what is the common thread with all of them? Yeah, some of them are associated to other ones, but the common thread is giving. They gave so much, and most still do, whether it's monetarily, is it through their wisdom? Is it through their books, knowledge? They gave so much and are still giving so much. And who can say more than Oprah, right? If you look at everything from her girls' school in Africa to, my gosh, how many? If you want to go with monetary things, how many cars and things and all that did she give away during her show? And you never, I don't care who's telling what story, you never hear anything about how Oprah stiffed them on a bill or a tip or anything of that sort. Very, very giving. And I had the privilege of being on on the New Earth, which that's one that the other one too that I wanted to put on here was Eckhart Tolle, but I think I have to have like 3 or 4 of these shows of all the people that have influenced me. But Eckhart should be up here too. Eckhart Tolle had the New Earth, and Oprah gave him the privilege of doing a webinar series. I believe it was like 8 weeks long. And I got the privilege to ask a question on there. Whoopee! And I tell the story, for many years, I was like, oh, I just want to be on Oprah. And so, you know how you have your vision board and everything, and you put that up there, and you're like, oh, I'm going to be on Oprah Winfrey. Well, this is where you got to be specific. So the next time you make a vision board or you talk about their goals or anything, make sure you're really specific that I should have said I'm going to be on Oprah Winfrey as a guest talking about XYZ, whatever it is. So I got to ask a question, though. That was pretty good. So, yeah. And if you dig deep enough, you can probably find that. And I had hair back then. It was kind of cool. I wish I had as much hair as I did back then. And it was a lot browner than it was today. Today, it's a lot grayer than back in those days. So, yeah. But, yeah, so I got to be on Oprah. And that was kind of cool, or on the webinar, I should say, not on the actual show. It was on the webinar. But getting back to Wayne, miss Wayne dearly. Still, I listened to his CDs just to hear his voice this week, and I think into next week, or this week might be the final week. Hay House Summit is out there. I do believe it's through next week, but don't waste time. Hay House Summit is going on right now. You can listen and watch Wayne Dyer. You can watch a lot of his movies and shows, PBS shows that he did. about the different books, and you can see those, and for free. They're for free. That's what I love about right now. Oh my gosh, this is the perfect time. That's why it just kind of came to me to do this. Debra Silverman, tomorrow, the class for free. Wayne Dyer, you can watch his movies, read, listen to audio of him on his Hay House show that he had back a few years ago. And then Oprah, our lovely Oprah. She, you can watch her on Weight Watchers commercials. No, you can, but also you can just go on her website and check out the things that are going on. She's doing a lot of good out there. Still, even without the show. In fact, without the show, she's doing, I think that kind of held her back, and I think she realized that. So she's really doing a lot more out there for people and for foundations, and a lot of good is going on in the world because of her also. So these are a few of my mentors. I call them mentors. You might say, well, you bought a couple of things of theirs and they've influenced you, but they're a great positive influence throughout there. So I encourage you, if you can't afford to buy the books and things of that sort, then seek out what's there for free. And then when you can afford it, go on and buy it and embrace it. Buy two, give one away. And every so often, like Colette, a couple of weeks ago, that's why Ember and I bought The Map, her book, The Map. Feel free to go on Amazon and catch up on that. And she had a special on that. She was selling the book for $4.99, I believe it was, or $4 something. So we grabbed two of those right away. But you'll see those happening. But sign up for their websites, sign up for some of the email lists. And then when the special comes along, Dave Ramsey does that, oh my gosh, like once a quarter, he'll do a 50% off discount or something of that sort. Because who is he selling? Dave Ramsey is a great example. Who's he selling his product to? He's selling his product to someone that's hurting with their money. There are not too many people that are well off or millionaires and that are going to buy Dave Ramsey's book. Although some of them probably need it just to hang on to it, right? But there's so much that's out there for free. If you can't afford it, buy it for free or watch it. Buy it for free. Watch it for free. Listen to it for free. But sign up on some of these email lists and that, and you'll know when those specials come out, and then you can afford to purchase those things, right? So these are some of the mentors that have influenced me, and you'll probably hear it in some of the verbiage that I utilize and talk, and that, especially if anyone's ever coached with me. Sometimes it's like I go, oh my gosh, that was so Wayne Dyer, or oh my gosh, that was so Eckhart Tolle, or oh geez, that was a Dave Ramsey thing, or all of a sudden it just kind of comes out because you kind of studied these things, right? So you absorb some of those in. So anyway, I'll let you go. You enjoy your week. Leave me a comment on who your mentors are. Put it in either on Facebook, comment below on the edited one, and that should be out in the next couple of hours. I usually jump right into that and get that edited out. Or on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a like on Facebook, and have a great week. We're going to see you later, and I'm going to enjoy some of that warmth outside. We're having 85 degrees today. Yay! In Wisconsin. That's a rarity. So anyway, have a great week. We will see you next Tuesday at 6:30. And we'll have a lot more to talk about. But leave me a comment. Let me know who your mentors are. See ya. Bye-bye.